Okay. The literal meaning of this verse is that Lord Shiva acquires the ability to create this world only along with Shakti. Without her, he cannot move even an inch. Shiva here refers to Brahman. And as Brahman, he cannot do anything on his own unless he comes into contact with Maya, the Shakti Tattva. Nothing is possible for Brahman. Therefore, before creation, Nirguna Brahman and Triguna Maya were present. Chaitanya of sentient Brahman and Chaitanya of sentient Maya was there. We know that consciousness is eternal, and so it does not undergo anything. It is nirvikaram, changeless. On the contrary, Maya is savikaram, subject to change. Matter and energy can change and evolve. It is out of this mixture of changeless Brahman and changeful Maya that the creation has evolved. The author next explains the process of this evolution. The evolution of five fundamental elements. The Akasha Sambhuda, Akashat Vayu, Vayos Tejaha, Tejasa Apaha, Adhyaha Prithvi. The author after pointing out in the previous sentence that Trigunatmika Maya was dependent on Brahman, was to explain the sequence of the events of creation. But before we examine the sentence, it will be useful to understand the import of the sentence. We have seen earlier that the creation was born out of mixture of Chaitanya Nirguna Nirvikaram Brahman and Achetana Triguna Savikaram Maya. The creation cannot evolve out of the consciousness principle, because the evolution is a form of modification or change, and consciousness is changeless. So it has necessarily evolved out of this mixture only. This role is attributed to Maya. Brahman's role is to exist and to bless Maya. It cannot do anything other than blessing. Like the light in a room, it does not do any action. It only blesses the activities because of which we are able to see and do them. Light is required for the action, but it itself does not do any activity. It cannot play the role of a teacher, nor can it play the role of a student. But in its presence alone, the teacher and the student can act and interact. So, like light, which blesses by its very presence, Brahman does not do or evolve anything. But in the presence of Brahman alone, Maya evolves, matter evolves. The evolution is called creation. The author presents this creation in four stages. The first stage of evolution is Tattvabodha Study. The evolution of five fundamental elements called Panchabhutani. These are invisible, subtle five elements. Sukshma Panchabhutani. The next stage is the subtle five elements produce varieties of subtle bodies. All the subtle bodies consisting of 9 sense organs or pranas are the product of subtle elements. Therefore, these subtle bodies are called Sukshma Bhautikani. The difference between Bhutam and Bhautikam is that Bhutam refers to elements. Bhautikam refers to the elementals, which are combination of the elements. Just as matter modified becomes material, Bhutam modified produces Bhautikam. All the different invisible lokas or worlds mentioned in scriptures, the Swarloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, etc., are also products of invisible five elements. This is called Sukshma Bhautika Srishti. This is the second stage. Third stage is called Sthula Bhuta Srishti. The evolution of physical gross elements. Visibility, these are called Sthula Bhutani. In the fourth and final stage, varieties of combination of these four gross elements, gross bodies are created. This is Sthula Bhautika Srishti. It means creation of the gross bodies. The tangible physical bodies can come under the classification of Bhautika, not Bhutam. The body is a mixture of all the five elements. The body has got the earth part, Prithvi Tattva. It has water, the Jala Tattva, giving its the shape. Body has got Agni Tattva because we have a temperature of 98.4 Fahrenheit. the warmth of life. The body has got Vayu Tattvam, air in lungs, and we call it Prana Tattvam. And finally, body occupies space, which is Akasha Tattva. Since the body is a combination of five elements, it is called Bhautigam. It is Stula Bhautigam because it is tangible. The entire creation, the entire cosmos evolves around these four stages: Sukshma Bhuta, Sukshma Bhautika, Sthula Bhuta, Sthula Bhautika. We stop and discuss discuss that. We have covered a lot. We can continue.
Hari Om Nirmalaya.
Can you can you read? Are you able to read?
Shem, you're asking me?
Yeah.
Okay, I need 5 minutes. Can you please continue? And I can read in another 5 minutes. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shamu have you muted yourself? I can't hear anything.
Uh, can you read?
Yeah, I was trying.
Are you able to? You
I'm
can start
reaching
from
in
the.
10 minutes, then I can read. I'll reach in 10 minutes, then I can read.
Okay. Then I'll read.
I'm listening. Yeah, I'm listening. Yeah.
Yeah. The author says, author that is from with that beginningless Maya, blessed by Brahman, Akasha Sambhutaha. Is the first of five elements evolved. It, being in subtle form, it was Sukshma Akasha. Sukshma Akasha. Sambhutaha means evolved. This is a very interesting aspect and needs a bit of examination. According to Shastra, this is also a created element. It is not eternal. And this fact is now being accepted by scientists also. Earlier, under Plutonian physics, space was thought to be eternally present, and it was thought that the planets and stars were created in the eternal space. But now, after Einsteinian physics, it is accepted that we cannot talk of space. One can talk of space only after the Big Bang. So the space is also created like all other elements. This is very important aspect to understand. Not only that space is a created entity, it is not nothingness or vacuum. It is a positive material. It is very subtle, but still it is a positive material. These days, and the scientists are also talking about an elastic space, a bending space, a curving space, etc. If space is emptiness now, if space is emptiness, how can it be elastic, bending, curving, etc.? Science now accepts that space is a very subtle, elastic matter. This fact has been recognized in our scriptures thousands or even millions of years ago. This is a created element and it is the subtlest form of matter. According to our scriptures, the property of sound belongs to Shabda. Sound is the property of Akasha. and this is the only property space has. Does not have a property of touch, that is sparsha. It does not have a rupam, that is color and form. There is no space except shabda. Another interesting aspect pointed out in the scripture is that the property of sound is ever present in the space. We can hear it only if we have fine and subtle hearing faculty. Due to the limitation of our ears, we are unable to hear this sound. It is similar to the seven colors present in the light. In pure white light, like sunlight, there are seven colors. We are able to see because of the limitation. We are unable to see because of the limitation of our eyes. But when the light passes through a prism, our eyes can recognize these colors. This is a phenomenon that can be seen in the rainbows as well. Similarly, when other elements come into picture, we will be able to recognize the sound. In fact, it is said that yogis in deep meditative state can recognize the subtle sound of space. It is called Omkar of O. In the scriptures, it is called Anahata Shabda or Avyakta Shabda, the unmanifest sound in space, which our ordinary ears cannot hear. Thus, the Eka Guna Akasha is
Shamu, I can read now.
okay. Please read from this
Yeah.
Akasha.
Okay. Sure. Thanks. Okay.
I just would like to add because Shamuba, you were just reading about Om. Even in when I teach guided meditation, this is what I actually do: ahata and anahata, basically aloud and silently. I just wanted to add that.
I am sorry I'm late.
That's okay. Okay, Hemanji,
Yeah, I'll
please.
continue. Okay. Then Akashad Vayuhu. From the Akasha Bhutam, the second element Vayuhu, that is air, is born. We should remember that a reference here is to the subtle or Sukshma Vayuhu. This subtle air has two properties, usually Shabda and Sparsha, sound and touch. Vayu has got the quality of touch also. It can be felt by our skin. That is, in a hot climate, why we try to sit under the fan. We don't see the air, but we can feel it. Sparsha Gunaha. Then Vayustejaha. From the subtle Vayu Bhutam, the third element evolves from the Tejaha fire. The third element which evolves, which is Tejaha fire, the Agni Tattvam. The Sukshma Agni Bhutam is born, which has got three properties: Shabda, Sparsha, and Rupa. Vayu cannot be seen, but Agni seen, can be seen also. Agni also has the other two properties, that is sound and touch. We can feel it. So it is known as Trigunakaha Agni. Thereafter we get Tejasa Apaha, water, the subtle Jala Tattvam. The Sukshma Jalabhutam is born. It has four properties: Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, and Rasaha. The additional one is Rasaha, taste. Water has got a unique taste, with the help of which we can separate it from all other liquids. It is a unique tasteless taste, differentiating taste. So Jalam is Chaturgunaka, Chaturgunakam. Then finally, Abhyaha Prithvihi. From the water principle, Prithvi, the subtle earth principle, is born. This is also known as Bhumihi, which has got five properties. That is Panchagunaha, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, and Gandha. The additional property is Gandha, smell. We can experience this when the first rain come in the monsoon. We get a unique smell which belongs to the earth. None of the other elements has this property of smell. Thus, five elements are evolved. Another interesting aspect to note is that the first element can be recognized by one sense organ because it has got only one property. The second element can be recognized by two sense organs because it has two properties. The third one by three, the fourth by four, and fifth by five sense organs. Whatever can be recognized by one by more number of sense organs is called gross. Whatever can be recognized by lesser number of sense organs is called subtle. Akashaha is sukshmam, very subtle, whereas Prithvi, the earth, is sthulam, gross. Thus, in a graded manner, the five elements are born. This is the first stage of creation, Pancha Sukshma Bhuta Srushtihi. We will we will now consider the second stage of creation, that is Sukshma Bhautika Srushtihi. एतेषां पञ्चतत्त्वानां मध्ये आकाशस्य सत्त्विकाशात् श्रोत्रेन्द्रियं सम्भूतं, वायोः सत्त्विकाशात् त्वगीन्द्रियं सम्भूतम्, अग्नेः सात्त्विकांशात् चक्षुरिन्द्रियं सम्भूतम्, जलस्य सत्त्विकांशात् रसेनेन्द्रिय सम्भूतम्, पृथिव्याः सात्त्विकांशात् घ्राणेन्द्रियं सम्भूतम्. Sattvic gunaha, evolution of sattvic aspect. We have studied five subtle elements and also learnt that each of them has three gunas or properties: sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic. Now the author explains from the five subtle elements, five sense organs of knowledge are born. We have already seen in the previous chapters that the five sense organs of knowledge, Jnanendriyas, belong to the Sukshma Shariram. The subtle body, it is useful to remind ourselves that when we say sense organs, we are not referring to the physical part but to the subtle faculties. So the five indriyams are born out of the five elements. However, since each element has got three gunas, the question will arise as to which element and which guna of the element is responsible for the birth of the Jnanendriyams. The author says, Etesham Panchatattvanam Madhye. Amongst these five elements, here Tattvam refers to the five Sukshma Bhutams. Madhye, amongst Akashasya, the space element, Sattvika Amshat, the Sattvika part, Shrotrendriyam Sambhutam, the Indriyam or the organ ear is born. Thus, the sattvic property of the space element produces the ear. And why do we say the space produces the ears and not the eyes or nose, etc.? The answer is obvious. We have seen that the unique property of space is Shabdaha or sound. That is, and no other part of the body except ears is capable of recognizing sound. So, yat indriyam yasmat bhuthat jayate. Whichever organ is born out of whichever element. Tat indriyam tasya bhutasya vishesha gunam janati. That organ perceives the special property of those particular elements because they owe their very existence to these elements. Then Vayoho Sattvikamshat, from the Sattvic part of Vayu, Tvagindriyam Sambhutam, the organ of touch, that is skin, is born. This organ recognizes the property of Vayu, which is touch, which is the special additional property of Vayu. Similarly, Agnehe Sattvikamshat, from the Sattvic part of Agni, Chakshundriyam Sambhutam. Chakshu means eyes, the eyes are born. We have seen that Agni has three properties: sound, touch, and form. Of these two, that is sound and touch, are the properties of Akasha and Vayu. And so the special property of Agni in the form of is form and color, and this additional property is perceived by Agni's child, that is the eyes. Next is Jalasya Sattvikamshat Rasanindriyam Sambhutam. Rasana means tongue. It is also known as Jivendriyam, Jiva. The tongue is born out of the sattvic part of Jalam, water, and its Vishesha Gunaha, that is taste, is recognized by the tongue. पृथिव्याः सात्विकांशात् ज्ञानेन्द्रियं सम्भूतं. Jnanendriyam, as we have learnt earlier, refers to the smelling faculty. Thus, the organ of smell is born out of sattvic part of Prithvi, that is, and it recognizes Prithvi's Vishesha Gunaha, which is Gandhaha, smell. The chart at the end of this chapter gives a pictorial depiction of the entire process of Chaturvimshati Tattva Utpatti Prakara, the evolution of 24 basic elements. एतेषां पञ्चतत्त्वानां समष्टिः सात्विकांशात् मनोबुद्ध्याकार चित्तान्नतः कारणानि सम्भूतानि. संकल्पविकल्पात्मकं मनः, निश्चयात्मिका बुद्धिः, अहं कर्ता अहंकारः, चिन्तनकर्तृ चित्तम्, मनसो देवता चन्द्रमाः, बुद्धेः ब्रह्मा, अहंकारस्य रुद्रः, चित्तस्य वासुदेवः. Now, referring to the chart, we can see in the left side bottom that mind is created from Sattva Gunaha, or of all the 5 elements put together, which is called Samashti Sattva Gunaha. This is because the mind, which is the inner organ called Antakaranam, requires all the 5 Sattva Gunaha for it to coordinate. With all these sense organs, his mind has to function behind all sense organs and collect all stimuli and coordinate. It has to evolve out of sattva of all the 5 elements. Otherwise, it will lead to a bizarre situation where what the eye sees, the ears will not know. The mind has to coordinate with all 5 organs, and it has to possess the property of sattva gunas of all organs. The author therefore says, Etesham panchatattvanam samashti satvikamshat. From the total sattva taken from all the 5 elements, the inner organs containing manaha, buddhi, ahankara and chit, collectively known as antakaranani sambhutani, is born. This inner organ has got 4 different functions. It is 4 in 1 depending upon the 4 functions. It is known by 4 different functional names. The organ is one but known by 4 different functional names. Like a person could be a manager in particular company, a secretary in religious organization, a father at home, and a student studying this text. Thus, just as the same person discharges 4 different functions, the organ is one but it has 4 different functions. Antakaranam is the common name for the organ consisting of these functions. The author goes to explain the nature of these 4 functions. He says, Sankalpa Vikalpatmakam Manaha. We have already learned that Sankalpa Vikalpa means doubting or vacillating or wavering function. Whenever we talk of vacillation or oscillation, it involves 2 directions, like a pendulum of a clock which keeps swinging between left and right. Should I work or should I remain at home? Should I attend the class or should I go for a movie? Should I study the scripture or not study? Should I get married or not? Should I beget children or not? So many such questions, to do or not to do, called pros and cons in English. Sankalpa is pros thinking and Vikalpa is cons thinking. So Sankalpa Vikalpa is vacillation called doubting faculty, which includes emotions also, since emotions also belong to the mind. Second is Nishchayatmika Buddhi. After a lot of vacillation, finally a decision is made. This deciding faculty is called Buddhi. Nishchaya means to decide. The third is Ahankarta ahankaraha. Aham karta means the sense of individuality, the notion of I am doer. The ego, which is called ahankaraha, it is because of this ego faculty that we treat the body as ourself. We claim that Sukshma Sharinam as ourself. When the mind thinks, we don't say the mind thinks, but we say I think. When the mind is upset, we don't say the mind is upset. We say I am upset. So the faculty with which we identify the various factors that identifying faculty is called ahankara, the I notion. The last is chintana kartra chittam. Chittam is the faculty of remembering, the faculty of memory. Another word for chintanam is anusandhanam, which means recollection. So this memory faculty is called chittam. Another, and each organ has presiding deity also, which corresponds to the total power. When we discussed Jnanendriyam and Karmendriyam, we named the corresponding total power as the presiding deity, Devata. The corresponding Devatas are Manaso Devata Chandramaha. Moon is the presiding deity of the mind, and therefore, if anybody has mental problem, they are supposed to worship the moon. That is why when the moon's blessing is missing, we call that person a lunatic. Lunar, as we know, means connected with moon. Buddhehe Brahma, Brahma, the four-headed Devata, who is married to Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge. Brahma, according to the scriptures, is embodiment of the four Vedas represented by the four heads. Brahma presides over the knowing faculty or the thinking faculty known as Buddhi. Ahankarasya Rudraha, Ahankara, the ego, the individuality, the presiding deity is Rudraha or Shiva. Because Ahankara is the cause of destruction, ego alone is responsible for all our problems. If we sleep, we don't have ego, and so we are paragons of all virtues, wonderful people. The moment we wake up, the I rises. The ego gets resurrected and then follow all the problems, which modestly leads to the destruction of relationships, destruction of businesses, destruction of projects, and in the extreme, destruction of life itself. It is this ahankara which leads people to commit suicide. That is why the presiding deity of ahankara is Rudra, Devata known for his destructive power. Chittasya Vasudeva. Chittam or memory preserves what all we have experienced before. This faculty is represented by Vasudeva, the Lord Vishnu, who is known as the protector, the Stitikarta, Rakshanakarta. Thus, in all nine organs are born out of Sattva. The four functions of the organs of Antakaranam out of Samashti Sattva, and the five Jnanendriyams, that is the five sensory organ, out of Vyasti Sattva.
Heaven's
Yeah,
we can stop and discuss.
okay.
If anyone has something to, you know, to say.
That was a lot of information.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that there were such neat correspondences like the moon to the mind.
yeah,
That's why we have all that lunar calendar. I guess now I am seeing a little bit more in why all these things occur.
yeah, maybe. Yeah, this is new for me also. We used to for us, I think.
I'm just still forever amazed at how logical all this is. All
Yeah,
all this Vedanta is, and something so little as our organs to the perceptions or the emotions that we feel and why. I never even saw the link for the committing suicide.
yeah. Okay, good stuff.
I'm
Nirmala ji,
having
can you? Okay.
Shall I read, or are we going to keep?
Yeah,
I can't seem to hear everybody very well.
you can read.
Okay, so do we stop at the D Rajasic Guna?
Yeah.
Okay.
You start from there.
Okay. Rajasic Guna, evolution of Rajasic aspect. Next we take up Rajo Gunaha. Is anybody else interested in pronouncing all this, or I can try?
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah,
I can do it.
Okay.
Okay. एतेषां पञ्चतत्त्वानां मध्ये आकाशस्य रजसंशात् वागिनीन्द्रियं सम्भूतं, वायोः राजसंशात् सांशात् पाणिन्द्रियं सम्भूतं, वह्नेः राजसंशात् पादेन्द्रियं सम्भूतं, जलस्य राजसांशात् आपस्तेन्द्रियं सम्भूतं, पृथिव्या राजसांशात् गुदेन्द्रियं सम्भूतम्, एतेषां समष्टि राजसांशात् पञ्चप्राणाः सम्भूताः. Okay, you can continue now.
Okay. From the Rajasic part of the 5 elements, the 5 karmendriyas are born. The Rajasic aspect of space produces the organ of speech. From the Rajasic air, the hands. From the Rajasic fire, the legs. From the Rajasic water, the anus, and, according to another version, the genitals, and from the Rajasic earth, the genitals according to one version, or anus according to another. The last two can be reversed. In short, the 5 karmendriyas are born out of Rajo Gunaha, which stands for activity. The author further explains that out of the total, or samasti Rajo Gunaha, pranaha is born. For example, the prana saktihi, the energy for all types of activities, must be born out of samasti Rajo Gunaha, because the energy must bless all the 5 organs of action. For example, prana saktihi is required to support vak, the speech faculty. That is why when we don't eat for a few days, or we purge for a few times, the voice becomes feeble. The prana saktihi is very weak. Thus, this power is required to support each karmendriya in performing its action, and that is why it evolves out of the samasti rajo gunaha. As we have seen earlier, pranaha has 5-fold functions. There is only one pranaha, there is only one power, one saktihi, but it has 5 different functions, based on which we give 5 different names. The names are 5, but the organ is only one. Just to recall, the 5 functions are pranaha, the respiratory function; apanaha, the excretory function; vayanaha, the circulatory function; udanaha, the reversing function; and samanaha, the digestive function. We have already discussed this pancha pranaha during the analysis of Sukshma Sariyam. This is what the author says: Samasti Rajas Samatsat Pancha Pranaha. From the Raja Gunaha, the macrocosm, the 5 organs of action are born. So we now have the 5 organs of knowledge plus the 4 organs of antaha karanam plus 5 organs of action plus 5 pranahas. In all 19 organs are born out of the 5 elements, i.e. pancha bhutaha. And these 19 items constitute the Sukshma Shariram. Earlier, we had mentioned 17 items, only leaving aside memory and ego. Here we have included them to reach 19. Thus, the number of tattvams born out of Maya is 24, i.e., 5 subtle elements plus the 19 elementals. And that is why, while introducing this topic, the author had said, Chatur Vimasti Tato Tatpati Pakaram Chaturvimasti means 24. Tamasic Gunaha, evolution of tamasic aspect. If we refer to the chart now, we will find that the tamasic portion has not been discussed so far, and this portion will be utilized for the creation of the 5 gross elements. What we have discussed till now are the subtle elements creating only the subtle organs. Now the author will explain how Tamo Gunaha is used for creating the gross elements, which produces the gross body. The next discussion is, therefore, on the gross body. Somebody else want to read this part?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. एतेषां पञ्चतत्त्वानां तामसांशात् पञ्चीकृतपञ्चतत्त्वानि भवन्ति. पञ्चीकरणं कथम् इति चेत् एतेषां पञ्चमहाभूतानां तामसांशस्वरूपम् एकमेकं भूतं द्विधा विभज्य एकमेकमर्धं पृथक् तूष्णीं व्यवस्थाप्य अपरमर्धं चतुर्धा विभज्य स्वर्धमन्येषु अर्धेषु स्वभागचतुष्ट संयोजनं कार्यं तदा पञ्चीकरणं भवति. एतेभ्यः पञ्चीकृतपञ्चमहाभूतेभ्यः स्थूलशरीरं भवति. एवं पिण्ड ब्रह्माण्डयोरैक्यं सम्भूतम्. You can continue now. Anjalaji, you can continue from F. Hello?
Sorry, I had the mute on. I was talking.
No problem.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm like, why can't they hear me? Okay. F. Panchakarta Panchatam, evolution of the 5 grossified elements. Having discussed the creation of subtle elements and the subtle elementals, the author now talks about the creation of gross elements. The gross elements are created out of the tamasic part of the subtle elements. So, etisam pancha tvam vanam tasmat samasat. From the tamasic part of the 5 elements, panchakarta panchatatvani bhavanti, the grossified 5 elements are born. The author anticipates the question in the student's mind. How do they become grossified? How does the invisible element become visible? How does this panchakaranam take place? Panchikaranam katham iti chet. What is the panchikaranam? The teacher explains the process. It is some pancha mahabhutanam tamasa shashma swarupam. First, the tamasic part of the 5 elements are taken. The ekamekam bhutam dvidaha vibhajya. Each of these 5 elements gets divided into 2. Then the ekam ardham prathak tusnim vyavastapya. 1/2 of the divided element is kept as it is intact. Prathak tusnim vyavastapya means remains intact. Aparamaparam ardham chaturda vibhajya. The other half is divided into 4 parts. Now each of these parts will be 1/8 part of the element. Swardhamanishu ardeshu swabhaga chatudasyam yoganam karyam. Then each of the 4 parts of each element is distributed to the 4 elements. Thus 1/8 akasha will go to 1/2 of vayu, another 1/8 will go to 1/2 of agni, another 1/8 will go to 1/2 of apaha, and another 1/8 will go to 1/2 of prithvi. Similarly, each 1/8 part of vayu is distributed to the 1/2 part of the other 4 elements, and so on. This process is illustrated in the chart at the end of this chapter for easy understanding. Therefore, I think it's better to have the chart, look at the chart while reading this so you understand the 1/2s and the 1/8s. Therefore, at the time of grossification, we find that each element becomes an alloy. Before grossification, every element is pure, called tanmatra in Sanskrit. After grossification, every element is an alloy, i.e. a combination of 5 elements. Now, the challenge is that if each element has all 5 elements in it, what name do we give each of them? The solution is to name them based on the dominant element. For example, in the composition of the gross akashaha, 1/2 will be space, 1/8 each of vayu, agni, apaha, and prithvi. And the formula will be similar for the other 4 gross elements. The author concludes, Tada panchakaranam bhavati. Upon the creation of such compounds, the subtle elements become gross elements, and after that, ete bayaha panchakrita pancha mahabhute bayaha stula sariram bhavati. From the 5 gross elements so formed, the gross body is born. Without the stula sariram, each one of us will be a ghost. So this process creates our beautiful sariram, a gross tangible cabinet. Hardware for our functioning is created. The software cannot function unless there is a hardware to install it. What a great creator of computer Bhagwan is. Not only our stula sariram, but the entire stula prapancham, or the gross universe, is also a mixture of 5 gross elements. So pancha stula bhutani and also stula bhautikani also created through this process. All are created through this process. The author has explained all 4 stages of creation, viz. Sukshma Bhutam, Sukshma Bhautikam, Stula Bhutam, and Stula Bhautikam. Lastly, the author says, Evam Pinda Brahmanandayo Raikayam Samibhutam. Thus the Pinda, individual who has 5 elements, Brahma Dayo, the cosmos also has 5 elements, and this is how the individual fits into the cosmological order, and that is the cosmos is called Prapachan, Prapancham, which means made up of 5 elements. This concludes the discussion on Srishti Vicharaha, or the creation of the universe.
So we can stop here. Is there anything to discuss? A lot of information.
Yeah, I think we ran into the chart now, so we can go with the chart and just go through it. That would be yeah, that will be easier and that will make more sense, I guess.
Yeah, the chart is beautiful.
So you want to go through the chart, Shamu, or shall I try to go through it?
Yeah, can you say the page number there?
226 or
Or
like
209.
226. Yeah, in this one it's 209. Yeah, just scroll down and you will hit the
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. First is Brahman plus Maya gives Srishti or Prapancha. And in Prapancha, first is Akasha is born, then Vayu, and from Vayu, Agni, Apaha, what is water, and from Apa, Prithvi, the earth is born, then out of the sattvic sattva guna of all these 5 elements, we get shabda, Sparsha, 5 elements. From Akasha, Shabda is born. Vayu, Shabda, Sparsha are born. From Agni, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa are born. From Apaha, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa are born. And from Prithvi, all the 5, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, all the 5 qualities.
You know what's nice about the chart? If you go to the next page, 210, it has it all in English if we don't understand all the Sanskrit words. So that's also nice. So if anybody wants to look at that page 210,
Yeah.
it's in English.
Okay, so in the sattvic aspect, all these elements are there. And then the Sukshma Sharira, I think, ears, skin, eyes, tongue, nose, 5 organs of perception of knowledge. And from that, mind, intellect, memory, ego, the inner equipment. And the deities are, for mind it is Chandrama, moon. For intellect it is Brahma, Lord Brahma. And for memory it is Vasudeva. And for ego it is Rudra. And from the Rajasic aspects, the speech, grasping, locomotion, elimination of waste, procreation, function. These are the functions born from Rajasic aspect 1. And respectively, they has for speech, it is speech, the Devata is Vanihi, means Agni or fire. For grasping, Indra, uh, hands. For locomotion, it is Vishnu. For elimination of waste, Mrityu. I think Yamadharma, Mrityu, maybe another. For procreation, Prajapati. That is again Brahma. No, Brahma. Yeah. Five action, five organs of action and physiological systems, respiratory. Now from Tamasic Buddha, the Tanmatras, their original. Okay, each element splits into two. One half remains intact and the other half is divided into four equal parts. So one half of the element in stage 1/8 proportion from each of the other four elements get combined. This is a very interesting new information for me. There is not much to discuss in this portion actually. It's all new information for us, just to understand. I think we can stop here. So, and the parents. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. We can meet next week. We can meet on Saturday itself, 5:15.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Thank you.